Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for June 5th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we'll start with our geometry pass. We've got 5 and 7 here. That's it. Okay, that's not helpful yet. 5, 7, 7, doubtful. This is always interesting when you have a filled box row. So what we want to do is look for things outside of that that look in, that aren't already placed. So the 1 and the 7 are of such. So one at a time, the 1 looks in, this one looks in, puts a 1 up here, and then the 7 looks in, putting a 7 up here. Now the 7 isn't as interesting because we already have 2 7s in the band, but the 1 does point in here. Now what is pointing? Well, in this box, we need a 1. It's not in any of these cells. 1 can only be here or here. And that's just straight from the 1's looking in and givens occupying other cells. So 1 is in one of these two. Whichever one it ends up being in, if it's here or if it's here, those are the two worlds that exist. No matter what, that's going to be in row 1. And row 1 needs exactly 1, 1, meaning it can't have more than 1, 1. And so that means the rest of row 1 is not going to be a 1. And that's called pointing. These ones line up, they point at the rest of the row and say, no more 1s, I need the 1. So the box is you might think the box is taking the 1 from row 1. And so these can't be 1, which is new information we just learned. And this one looks in here, putting a 1 in one of these two. Now, this isn't going to be helpful in this immediate moment, but if you don't look, then you don't find when it is important. So I'm going to explain it now, which is we have corner marked 1s in one of these two places, meaning the 1 is here or here. And suspiciously, it's not here. It's not in the middle column, even though column 5 here does not have a 1 yet. And so what we've learned is these 3 aren't 1. And we also have a couple givens in the column. And so what we need to do is look at the 4 empty cells in the column and say, well, where can the 1 go? And the answer is any of these 3, this one sees in. Unfortunately, that's not enough to act on. But sometimes you'll limit it to a certain box or even to only one cell. And that's very helpful. All right, so that was the 1 and 7. So now that means these 2 cells are quite limited. We can think about what they are and see if that's at all helpful right now. So we know they aren't 1. So first of all, why do I know they're limited? Well, there's 4 givens in this box plus 2 corner marks that avoid these 2 cells. 4 plus 2 is 6. There are a total of 9 digits. 9 minus 6 is 3. So these are down to 3 or fewer just by the box alone. So there may be things looking in that are helpful. It'd have to be looking in from down here, but let's just think about what that is. So they could be 3, 5, 9. We can see this cell here can't be 3 or 5. So that means it can only be 9. And just to double check, can't be 1 because of the corner marks here. Can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just listed every single number except 9. So it better be able to be 9 or it can't be anything. So that is our 9. And then now this is down to the 3, 5. And I'm going to mark that right now. And then this is 1, 3, 5, 7. And we know this can't be 1. So this is 3, 5, 7. And then this 3, 5 looking up makes this 1, 7. But I think this can be anything. All right, now we can follow up on the on the 9, but I don't think there's anything really to do with it. All right. So let's just move on to this 2, 8 here. What we want to look for is in this row, where can 2, 8 be? And interestingly, it can't be there, but we're still down to 3 places for 2 and 8, so we can't quite do anything with that yet. We've got 3, 4, and 9. We already have a 3 in this row, so it's just the 4, 9. I don't think we're seeing anything with that. 3, 5, 6. We already have a 6 in this column. It's very open also. 1, 3, and 4. This immediately triggered like, ooh, I should look more closely because we have 3 givens here, avoiding this column, which has 3 givens outside of this box. Unfortunately, 2 of them match. The 1s match. So really, we only get to use the 3 and the 4 for these 3 spots. So what we want to do is we want to desperately look to see, is there anywhere that can't be 3 or 4? And when we look for that, we actually see this cell can't be 4 and this cell can't be 4. So that's still quite nice because there's only 1 place for 4 in the column, which is exactly right here. Would have also seen that with a normal vertical scan on this box. But, you know, the way you see it is the way you see it, right? Let's follow up on the 4s. It does place a 4 here. These 4s down, putting a 4 in, places the 4 here, because this 4 is also in there. And then that places this 4. And then, wow, that places this 4. And we're done with 4s. Okay, we placed all the 4s right away. Well, right away for certain definitions of right away. Certain very lax definitions of right away. I was looking at this 2 against this row, and I was seeing that it can be here or here, which is very unfortunate. But, all right, so that 3, 4 was helpful. The 3 is still here or here, though, so we can't do anything with that. So that was really just looking at the 4 that was helpful. We need 4, 5. Okay, 4 is already done, so we can ignore it for our geometry scan. 5 and 6, not seeing anything, and then 1 and 2. Okay. I think that's what we get out of our geometry pass. We're going to rewind back up to this band, and we're going to do our normal scans. So let's see. We've got 1, 5, 7. I think I basically took care of these. Vertically, we have the 1s, actually. 1's one of these two. So 1 isn't here. Could be in one of these two. Wasn't the 2 also in one of those two? Yes. Okay. This is why, if you can remember those little mental notes that we can't pencil, it can be very helpful. So if you recall, I said the 2 can't be here, 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 or here. So 2 is in one of these two. I'll mark that green for a second. Now the 1 and this 1, take 1 out of here. That's what this corner mark is helping us remember, that 1 isn't up here. And then also this 1 looks up here. So 1 is also limited to the 2 green cells. So if 1 is limited to the 2 green cells and 2 is limited to the same 2 green cells, then one of them must be 1 and the other must be 2. And that is what's called a hidden pair. And so that hidden pair, we want to follow up on it. But we want to think about what did it do that we're going to follow up on? Well, what it did is it removed anything we thought could have been in there besides 1 or 2. So it removes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but some of them already couldn't have been there. So one of the easiest ways to kind of determine what the 3 digits are that or sorry, in this case it's up to 3 digits, but what the digits were that were potentially removed from those 2 is to think about what the rest of the row, because these share a row, so think about what the rest of the row could be. And those are the 3 digits that now can't be in these 2. And they would have been a naked triple that then eliminated themselves from these 2 if we had found it that way. So 1, 2, we need 3, 6, 7. Now I see this can't be 3 or 6. So this is down to just 7. It's a naked single 7. So this can't be 7. And now if you look, we actually have created a hidden 1, 7 pair in this box. The corner marks line up, just like I was just talking about with those greens. 1, 7 pair is basically already taken care of. 3, 5 pair is going to make a pair down here. So let's take care of that right away. We need a 5, 9. Okay. And then this is also a pair because we have the 1, 2 pair here. And I don't remember what the digits were. We're just going to redo it. We need 3 and 6. All right, so we have a 3, 6 pair, 1, 2 pair. We have 3, 5, 1, 7, and 5, 9. That's quite organized. I like it. So we removed 3 and 6 from here, basically. We can also follow up on this 7. Let's see, what was I scanning at the time? I don't know. Oh, this is not 5, 9. 3, 5 is up here. Sorry, I miss. It's supposed to be 8, 9. I'm glad I caught that. You're probably yelling. Good thing, yeah. The 5 is up here, so it's 8, 9 that's left down here. Sorry about that. I'm glad I glanced down again. 4, 7. Oh, so the 7 looking down here and this 7 looking in does put a 7 in one of these two. I call this a crossing. 7 looks in, 7 looks down. They cross each other. And it's specifically a crossing where there's 2 givens that are occupying 2 of the remaining 4 spots. And so that limits that digit down to 2 places in the box, and that's going to cause pointing. These point down, this points down. And that gives us 7 in one of these 3. It's also where 7 goes in the column, if you think about it that way. All right. So these can't be 3, 6. They already couldn't have been 3. But now they can't be 6. This already couldn't have been 6. So this not being 6 is really the only other follow-up. And that actually does help us, because it does mean 6 is down here somewhere. I guess we already had kind of everything we needed. I don't know. It works out. This is not super interesting right now. What was I scanning? I think I was still scanning up here for stuff. And I don't know exactly how it ended up. I don't know how I ended up there, but I'm going to look back up here. We have the 9 and the 4. We also have this row, which is down to 4 digits that I just want to take a quick look at. We need 1, 3, 6, 9. So these can't be 1. So these are down to 3, 6, 9. This 3 also helps. So I'm going to fill 3, 6, 9 and clear the 3. 6, 9. Nice. So we want to, if you're curious, like this isn't something you have to scan right now, but like if you see like a 3, 6, 9, and 3, 6, something that might trigger in your head is, I wonder if this column has a 3, 6, 9 triple. Because we already have 2 out of the 3 cells that could be. Well, if you are curious about that, what you want to think about actually is what are the other digits? So besides 1, 4, 3, 6, 9, and also besides 7, because we know this isn't going to form a 3, 6, 9 We know these cells won't help because they have 7 in them. So besides all of those digits, what's left? Well, there's the 2, 4, 5, and 8. So 2, 4, 5, 8. If there's any cell here that can't be all of 2, 4, 5, 8, then we have found our other 3, 6, 9. This can't be 4, 5. Oh no, sorry, 4 is wrong. Sorry. Did I say the wrong digits? Sorry, 1. So we need 2, 5. Is it just 2, 5, 8? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's just 2, 5, 8. Sorry, 2, 5, 8. Sorry, I'm not counting right today. If any of these can't be 2, 5, 8, then that's potentially very helpful. I mean, that's helpful. It gives us a 3, 6, 9, but we don't have that. These can't be 5. This can be any of them. So we don't have to bother looking for a 3, 6, 9 triple right now because there isn't one. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. Anyway, these are down to 1, 3, 6, 9. This can't be a 3, so it's 1, 6, 9, and this can be any of them. All right, so not super helpful there. Let's move on to this band. So we've got 2 and 8. 2 looks in. The 2's in one of these two. That could be helpful. We already have 2's in these boxes, though. All right. And the 2 in here is one of these 3, so that's not as helpful. We need the 8. So 8's in one of these two. We already know about the 8's here and the 8's here. Okay. But that means this cell's down to 2 digits at most. In fact, this column is down to 3 digits in general. We need 1, 6, 7. And this can't be 6 or 7. So this has to be 1. That gives us the 7 and the 6 at the bottom to finish the column. That gives us the 1 and the 2 here. That gives us our 1 here and the 1 in this box. This is a 6, 9 pair, giving us 3, which gives us 6 and 3. That's a 1 there. Very nice. Okay, this is a pair with the 8. It's 8, 9. Okay, that sounds familiar. And then this is a triple. Sorry, 1, 2, we need 3, 5, 7. It cleans up a little bit, but not any crazy way. All right, let's come back over here. This is down to 3 digits as well. We need a 5, 7, 9. So this can't be 7. This is 5, 9. 5, 7, 9. 2 looks in here now, putting a 2 in one of these two. Do we have any buddies of note? I mean, anything looking into this box is really the only thing helpful because this is all marked up. So anything other than 1, 3, 4, 9. So 2, 6, or 8 could be helpful. The 6 is already marked. The 2 is already marked. The 8 isn't helpful. Okay, so this cell is going to be useful because it's down to 3 or fewer, because just by count. What can't be 1, 2, 3, 4? We could be 5, 7, 8. Not a 7. Okay. All right, not immediately helpful. Let's do this final band. I think we're close to cracking this puzzle. Maybe. I think maybe we're close. All right, the 1 in this box is placed. We have 4 1s looking in. That's always helpful. How are we doing on 1s? Oh, they're done. Okay. That's quite nice. So 1s and 4s are done. 3's in one of these two. And then let's see. We've got the 5 and the 6. So the 6 is looking here. Very nice. It places a 6. We can follow up on that. The only place for 6 in this box is now here, and that places our 9. This is a triple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7, 8, 9. This is 8, 9. These are 7, 8, 9. All right. Over here, we need 2, 8, 9. So the 2's in one of these two. 3, 6, 3 in this box is we already have it marked. All right. I don't know that there's more to talk about here in terms of this band. So I think there's probably more low-hanging fruit that we can just use to finish this puzzle, but let's take a look. Yeah, so this column is down to 2, 5, 9. Oh, and the 2 is placed in the column. This 2, so it's not there. So now these 2's look in here, putting a 2 in one of these two. 2 in this column is here or here, something to keep in mind. There's something else I wanted to follow up on. Oh yeah, this is 5 or 9. 5, 7, 8, 9. These can't be 7. We have the 7's corner marked here and here. So these are 5, 8, 9 only. This column is down to 2, 3, 5, 8. This is 2, 3. Oh, sorry, it's not 2. So it's 3, 8 only. This can't be 3, so it's 2, 5, 8. Oh, come on, 2, 3, 5, 8. Okay, almost done. Let's see, where are we supposed to be looking here? 3, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 3. So this is 7, 8. 7, 8 only. It can't be 9 either. 5, 9, 8, 9. 5, 7, 9, 8, 9. How about this row? We need 2, 3, 5, 8. This can't be 3, so it's 2, 5, 8. This can't be 5, so it's 2, 3, 8. I'm clearly missing something. Did I miss like a pair or something, or some, maybe sometimes I miss my corner marks and I pencil wrong, like I pencil extra. Extra isn't wrong. Extra is just, you gotta have to clean up eventually. 5, 8. 2, 3, 5, I don't know. And this was all of 2, 3, 5, 8. So besides 2, 3, 5, 8, what does this box need? 6. It needs a 6. 6 isn't one of these two. Does that help me at all? Not really. Okay. I mean, this can't be 3 or 9. So it could be 2, can't be 3. 4 could be 5, could be 6, can't be 7. Oh, it could be 8 as well. Wow, that's a lot. 2, 5, 6, 8. Okay, never mind. I'm missing something a bit more straightforward, I'm sure. Maybe this box has something to give. Or this box. Let's look at this box first. It has fewer. Actually, they're the same. Anyway, we need 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 2 looking in. So these are 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is only 6, 7, 8 because it can't be 5. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can't be 2, but it can be any of 5, 6, 7, 8. This can't be 5, but it can be any of 2, 6, 7, 8. No, it can't be 6 either. So it's 2, 7, 8 for what it's worth. All right. How about this box then? This box needs a 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. The 9 is actually interesting. Yeah, okay. I missed these 9s looking down. So 9's one of these two. And now we want to look for 9 in this row, right? It's the same thing I've been talking about. But I know already that it's going to be helpful because I see that the 9s are also limited over here. They kind of line up. And so I know in this row, I'm going to find that the 9 is limited. And in fact, there's only one place for 9 in the row. So that's our 9. And that also then places the 7 in the box. And that also finishes the 5 and 8 here. We need the 9. That gives us the 2, 8, and 9 up here. These can't be 9. But over here, we get the 8, 9. Here we get the 3, 7, 5 resolved and the 9, 8. That actually places the 9 in this box and the 8, 3. All right, I think that cracked it. We have the 5, 3, 5. 5. We need the 8. All right. That's not a 9. So what are these? 2 and something? 2 and 7. So 2, 7 pair. So this is with a 6. And our last digit up here is something. A 3, it looks like. And that's our 6. This can't be 2. So that's 7 and 2. That's 7, 2, 5, 8. That's 5, 7. That's our 2. And we're done. All right. It was just the 9 in this row that I had failed to vertically scan these 9s. To corner 9s here. As soon as I cornered the 9s there, it triggered me to look for the 9 in this row. And that's what kind of the puzzle was waiting for me to do. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.